We are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Rob Floyd, a celebrity mixologist, here to help us with the Kentucky Derby. And thank you so much for being on the show again.
I am thrilled to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a great drink. It actually dates back to the 1500s and comes all the way to the Kentucky Derby, so we can enjoy it.
Yes, so what do you have in store for us?
So I have two cocktails in store. So the first one is going to be a mint julep done the classic way, but of course we're going to learn a really cool trick to do at home to make a great one. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So we have our mint. Most people say you muddle your mint. They're lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about. We want to spank the mint, express the oil. So we would go pop and drop it in. I'm going to put it in your hands.
Okay.
Spank away. Nice.
Dropping some there.
Dropping it in, and then see that nose, that beautiful bouquet. There we go. Now, instead of a lot of sugar, we just need a little to transfer the flavor across the palate. So we're going to use about a half of an ounce. And I like using a little light, simple syrup here instead of a regular heavy syrup because we just need a little bit of sweetness, not a lot. So this is the one tweak that I have is I like to use a little bitters here.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting twist on a mint julep.
No, it is. And what bitters does, if you think about it, it really takes two flavors that normally don't go together and it hooks them. It adds depth to a cocktail.
Okay,
So,
okay. I never knew that. I'm learning today.
All right. Now, your favorite whiskey or bourbon, all of it's great. I'm using a wonderful red line whiskey here. We're going to go 2 ounces of it and 2 ounces right in. And then just for good measure, a half of an ounce because I'm very thirsty.
Well, you know, I'm from Kentucky, so you can never have too much bourbon,
I love
especially
that.
being from Bardstown.
That's awesome. All right, now, instead of shaking a cocktail, this is a build because in the 1700s, when it started to get popular, in the 1800s, when it got to DC, they would not shake cocktails. Cocktails were stirred. So we are going to stir this cocktail, or you can agitate it, but if you just stirred it this way, it would look like this.
Okay.
And of course, you can also use one of these, and you can kind of have some fun with it.
Oh,
and you swizzle it. And that's how it would traditionally be done. You swizzle it with a swizzle stick, and your cocktail will be ready to go with one final step, which would be, of course, I'm going to put a dash more here of ice because we are going to put in the mint at the top. And that is our first mint julep of the day. You going to give it a taste? See how we did?
Yeah.
Might be a little strong.
Oh, it's so good.
It worked.
Tastes just like home.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool. All right, let's do one more. Now, you and I were talking beforehand about people. I have a friend who's going to bring, Charles, if you could bring in some stuff, that they want a great taste, but they just don't want alcohol. So we're going to make a 0 proof cocktail. You ready for that?
I'm ready. And you know, that's really popular now as
Yeah.
well. I mean, a lot of people, for whatever reasons, they choose not to drink alcohol, and this lets them participate in the festivities.
No, it's a great point. They want to have that great experience. They just don't want the alcohol to follow. So we're going to use a 0 proof spirit here.
Wow.
There's quite a few on the market now that are really good. But we're going to do a little differently here. We're going to try to drink healthy with this one.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with agave, which is a little more fibrous of a sugar. You just need a drop to put in here, and that's all we're going to do. Drop of agave. Next up, instead of bitters, we're going to use a CBD sort of bitters. It's one that I own and created, but it's done with cinnamon.
Oh, nice.
So there's no THC to this. It's third-party tested, so we are drinking healthy. Of course, we're still having fun.
Yes.
And now comes the spanking of the mint. Throw that around and
fun part.
dropping that in. And finally, we're going to go with 2 ounces of a 0 proof whiskey alternative. 2 ounces and a dash more for good measure. And now we will ice it up, and it's your turn to stir.
So do you swizzle it?
Let's
like
swizzle.
The other?
I think you're a good swizzler.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. And the last bit, we'll put it right over there. Express that oil. We don't muddle because it turns it bitter, and we have to use a lot of sugar when we muddle something. And I'll give it a shot.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's very good.
Yep.
It doesn't have the Kentucky hug to it,
Or the Tennessee snuggle, yeah.
but it's amazing.
Yep. And the great part about it is you can walk around the party and everyone doesn't see you with a diet soda or a club soda and ask you questions. You can still have that great flavor, that experience we were talking about, but it doesn't just have to have alcohol to it.
Well, and I love all the layers.
Yeah.
There's lots of different textures, and it goes well with design because it's all about depth, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that every cocktail should tell a story. It should have something that you can't wait to share with someone else. And the mint julep definitely has that. I'm going to taste this as well. Here, you know what? I'll give you the one with the little Kentucky hug there, and I'll do the Tennessee snuggle.
And we'll do a cheers.
Absolutely.
Happy Kentucky Derby. We'll be back with more of My Southern Home in just a moment.